What's up, guys? It's London X Black here, and today we're gonna listen to a scary animation. And let's get it! The true dark web story.
More like 10 years ago. I used to be big into visiting weird websites. I had a lot of time on my hand. Due to not playing sports, nor did I volunteer for anything at all in high school.
Wait a minute, what? You should be volunteering for stuff in high school? Never mind about that.
I told my friend Mark that I was starting to get bored. Honestly, I was bored with what I was experiencing on these websites. He said I should go on the deep web.
Wait a minute. First of all, why would you think of going to the deep web? The dark web. Those are two options. That's creepy. They're weirdos. What is wrong with them? Let's see.
He and I used to go on the deep web, but never found anything. So I decided to search through some more stuff, a little deeper. I searched for hours every day for about 2.5 months. Still nothing that I hadn't seen already. I told Mark, and of course he said just visit the dark web. When I did go on the dark web, I saw chat rooms, all with different names. I came across one named I, as in EYE. It was all in caps. I entered the chat, but before entering the live chat, you are assigned a number. Mine was P34. I confirmed my number and entered. There were hundreds of people. The comments were coming in quick. At first, I didn't understand what was going on. The screen was black, then a name popped up on the screen that said Mr. Wiggles. The comments immediately stopped and a voice came over my speakers. Welcome, P34. Then his name disappeared off of the screen and the comments continued, everyone giving me welcomes. A few minutes go by, then a countdown from 10 pops up on the screen. Then the chat goes crazy. Once I reached what looks like a view from a camera what looks like at their home. I sat there watching this for 20 minutes and nothing happened, so I shut down my computer. The next day I went to school. Went to Walmart, then I went home. I decided to go back on the same chat from before. I confirmed my number P34 and again, there were hundreds of people commenting. Mr. Wiggles popped up and just like before, the comments stopped. Across the screen it said, no new members tonight. Then the countdown started again. Everyone in the chat started going wild. The countdown finished and then it was showing the point of view from a camera again. But it was outside of a school. My school from earlier that day. At that point I was intrigued. I couldn't tell if it was focused on a certain person or just watching the school. After 30 minutes of watching the video, our school bell rang and everyone started to come outside while whoever was recording was positioned across the street in the car. Once everyone came out, the person got out of the car and started to follow a crowd of kids. Everyone started to split from each other, and the person recording started to follow someone. It was my friend Mark. He had to be at least 100 feet behind him. I started to call Mark, but he didn't answer. I kept calling him as I watched the video, but nothing. The person followed him to his house and sat outside of his house for a few minutes. The man behind the camera finally said, "No parents are home." And he began to walk to Mark's house, rang the doorbell, and waited as he continued to record. A few seconds go by, and Mark opened the door. He looked confused and the guy said, "P34 sent me." And Mark looked afraid that the camera shut off and everyone in the chat left. So I did too. I called Mark's house phone instead of his cell phone, and his mother answered. I asked for Mark and she said that she thought he was with me. I panicked. I then received a notification on my phone from my Gmail account. It said the sender was Mr. Wiggles. The message was, "I'm getting closer, P34. Mark says hi." I was shocked and didn't know what to do, so I called the cops. They didn't do anything about it because the email disappeared. I haven't been on the dark web since, and no one has seen Mark. Still to this day, I receive messages with pictures of me in random places, along with the same written message that said, "It can happen anytime." I honestly wish I never went on the dark web.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us?
Next one. The most
My name is Danny. Last year, I entered the high school as a freshman. One day while I was in PE class, the coach allowed us to get water one at a time, and I was the first student to go. I rushed inside one of the buildings from the courtyard to find the nearest water fountain. Since the building was pretty old, the only two fountains on the first floor were unusable due to rusty pipes. The only option was to go down into the unused basement, knowing that no one was allowed. I was nervous since none of the electricity was working, as it's only used during the summer. However, I forced myself and made my way down using the hallway light upstairs to guide me to the fountain. As I was drinking water, someone grabbed my shoulder abruptly. He was a tall man, to be in his early 30s, with a police badge. He said seriously, "I was ordered to take you, boy. Your school is in danger right now." Just then, he started to pull me. In my 14-year-old head, I believed I was going to be saved from this school danger. He pulled me through the back door to a black van, but all of a sudden, I felt uncomfortable in my stomach, so I told him that I wanted to use the restroom. I came inside to the restroom, and he said that he was going to wait outside the door. The bathroom was stinky. While I was using the restroom, thinking hurry to finish, I asked him about what's going on, or where is everybody else, and so on. But he didn't answer at all. When I came out, the man was gone. Then I heard the back door slam. I turned around, and there was that man. The guy had a knife, and he pointed at me across the scarcely visible hall. I was terrified. I screamed and started to run. He also started sprinting toward me at an alarming rate, and then I felt burning on my back and finally blacked out. When I woke up again to unbearable pain, I noticed that I was in the hospital, and my parents, big brother, and the principal were standing beside me. Apparently, I was stabbed in the back twice. The principal said there was an announcement that someone invaded the school over the intercom. However, I wasn't able to hear it since the speakers didn't work because there was no electricity down there. Fortunately, the cops were able to break the wooden basement door down so they could catch that guy. If that door held up for only a little while longer, I wouldn't be here today. He could have done much worse. To this day, I always thank God that I'm alive.
give me $5.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-it-all,
I don't
let's
have
see if you're
$5.
right about that.
Mama.
You don't have $5. So bye. That was the end of Scary Story. Peace out.